And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Left side, it's Beckham. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. First down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So this game of art, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week, 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a third down. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jackson on first down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Eluding the pressure right.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And just a yard to go here on second down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jackson will throw again.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third down, Jackson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. You at X. Hey, watch the lane. 40. What that is? 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Nice shot.
They're going to try and throw. And he's got this down to the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Jackson throwing once more. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 33.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are pouring it on. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs him up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. He completes it to Beckham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Mayfield on play action. Drops it off for Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,